What if we told you that stress is not only not harmful, but can actually be good for you? Well, we know it might sound counterintuitive. We have all heard the warnings: stress is bad for your health, stress can lead to all kinds of diseases. And you know what? Those statements are actually true, but not entirely. In today's episode, we are going to share with you 3 reasons why stress is beneficial to us. Make sure to stick around until the end, because in the second part of the video, we'll be sharing tips on how to make stress work for us and not against us. No more delays, let's dive right in. Number 1. Stress makes us stronger. Contrary to the common belief that stress is harmful to our bodies, a study conducted by researchers from the University of Wisconsin in 2012 suggests that stress itself may not be the culprit behind increased mortality. The study found that while high stress levels were associated with a 43% higher risk of premature death, this risk was uniquely tied to the perception that stress is harmful to health. In other words, it's only when individuals believe that stress is detrimental to their health that it leads to a higher risk of dying. This challenges the idea that all stress is bad. In fact, some studies suggest that oxytocin, which is a hormone released during stress responses, may have a protective effect against stress. It can help heart cells regenerate and repair, potentially counteracting the negative impact of stress on the cardiovascular system. Well, don't get us wrong. We're not asking you to live in stress all the time. Rather, we're inviting you to change the way you view stress when it occurs. Instead of fearing or avoiding stress, acknowledging it as a natural part of life could help our body respond better to it. Number 2. Stress gets us closer to others. As mentioned earlier, our body tends to release oxytocin, often termed the cuddle hormone or love hormone, when we're stressed. While stress is usually linked to fight or flight response, oxytocin released during stress encourages a different reaction called the tend and befriend response. This response encourages individuals to seek out social connections and support, emphasizing collaboration and cooperation in times of stress. It also motivates individuals to nurture and protect those they care about, enhancing feeling of trust, empathy, and communication. The most interesting part is that while oxytocin released during times of stress prompts us to seek social interactions, positive social interactions such as hugging or bonding with loved ones can further trigger the release of oxytocin. This creates a virtuous cycle that not only strengthens our connections with others, but also provides added protection against the impact of stress on our body. It's pretty fascinating, isn't it? Our body already has this protective mechanism against stress, and it even offers an extra benefit by fostering mutual support and stronger social bonds. Hey, do you find this video value-adding? If yes, hit the subscribe button and share this video with those around you whom you think might benefit from it. Number 3. Stress enhances our performance. First of all, would you feel stressed over something you don't care about? Well, you probably won't. You feel stressed only because you care. It does not mean you are losing control. It just means that it's important to you. And guess what? Stress is the exact ingredient you need for your body to rise to the challenge. According to the Yerkes-Dodson law, a moderate amount of stress leads to improved focus, motivation, and overall performance. It serves as a motivational force, pushing us to overcome challenges and achieve goals. In work situations, stress can drive heightened productivity, as individuals may find themselves more engaged and determined to meet deadlines. On the other hand, athletes often experience stress before competitions, leveraging the heightened state of arousal for improved physical performance. This positive side of stress is often referred to as eustress, signifying a beneficial, constructive form of stress. Recognizing stress as a potential source of growth and achievement rather than something to avoid allows us to make stress work for us and not against us, which brings us to the second part of our video today. How do we turn stress into our allies? We'll be sharing with you 3 steps on how to maximize the benefits of stress and turn it into an advantage. This tip is inspired by insights shared by Alia Crum in one of the Think Fast, Talk Smart podcast episodes. Alright, now, step number 1, recognize your stress as a natural response. Stress is a natural response that arises from caring deeply about something. As emphasized earlier in the video, our stress is a sign of our investment and the importance we attach to a situation. Understanding that stress is a natural part of life is crucial. Rather than avoiding or fearing it, take a moment to recognize and accept that feeling stressed is completely normal. Each time stress emerges, refrain from negative associations and instead reframe your thoughts. Remind yourself that this stress is a sign that you care. As previously discussed, our perception of stress influences how our body responds to it. So the next time you feel stressed, tell yourself that this is your body becoming stronger and rising to face the challenges at hand. Additionally, pay attention to the various physiological, emotional, and behavioral responses that accompany stress, such as sweaty palms or a faster heartbeat. Observe these reactions without making judgment. This act of acknowledgement allows you to establish a healthier relationship with stress, fostering resilience and preparing your body to confront challenges. Step number 2, embrace stress and dig deep into the why. Instead of viewing stress as an obstacle, consider it a guide to uncover what truly matters to you. For instance, if you find yourself stressed about an upcoming presentation, dig deep into the why. Try completing this statement. I'm stressed about this presentation because I care about. When you complete this statement, you help yourself better identify the reasons why the presentation matters to you. Perhaps it's because you care about making an impact through what you say, influencing others positively, or showcasing your expertise. Identifying these underlying motivations helps you reframe stress as a signal of your commitment to meaningful goals. When you acknowledge and embrace stress, you gain clarity about your values and aspirations. It's not just about the task itself, but what the task represents in your life. By recognizing the why behind your stress, you transform it into a motivational force and ensure that it directs you toward the right direction. Which brings us to the final step, leveraging stress to tackle its underlying purpose. Take a moment to reflect on your behavioral responses when stress strikes. For example, some people tend to get grumpy, snap at loved ones, or push people away. Now, consider whether these responses align with the purpose behind your stress. For instance, imagine you have a crucial job interview tomorrow, which is causing a great amount of stress. As we shared earlier, the first step is to acknowledge this stress as natural and then identify its root cause. You realize that this job is very important to you because you want to provide for your family and give them a better life. However, if the stress leads to snapping at your family, it contradicts the original purpose. Therefore, it's crucial that we recognize the underlying why and redirect the stress to serve its purpose more productively. To leverage stress effectively, pause and understand its source, then consciously channel that stress to fuel your purpose positively. By aligning your behavioral responses with the purpose behind the stress, you transform it into a driving force toward achieving your goals. It's not about eliminating stress, but repurposing it as a motivational tool, ensuring that your actions align with the meaningful objectives that triggered the stress in the first place. If you're feeling lost as you navigate through life, check out our next video here on the 5 tips for surviving a quarter-life crisis. See ya!